Things are going to start happening to me now.
You've done all the reading. You're a scholar, you're a professor. You've done all the reading. You've done the intellectual heavy lifting.
More or less, eat shit and die.
You wouldn't know a fact if it begged you all night long!
Want to, like, give the wrong impression, because I am very high.
Ran up behind him with a hatchet. Smash, smash, smash.
Yeah. Care. I'm a libertarian. What I'm getting is,
did you vote for Joe Jorgensen or Trump?
Who?
Joe Jorgensen. That was the perfect answer. Thank you.
The Reno reset. We could probably retire that phrase because it's been reset and it was in Reno. Welcome everybody. This is Tyler Yonke, the Libertarian Podcast Review. Quick video. I went back in the archives. There's this whole process taking over in the Libertarian Party. What happened with the LP in Reno and Dave Smith and the Mises Caucus? I did, and this is perfect. So I'm going to just do a quick intro here. I'm going to play the a few minutes here of this lead-in that I did when I reviewed kind of Slurp Gang. I mentioned them, not a podcast official, kind of named him, but it was mostly Towergang, Josh Smith, and Drew Hancock, or based Drew Hancock, as I said at the time. But what I said, that they were the cool kids, and then I did this dramatic rant about the LP and equating it to a movie. So just hang on, because I think it's a matter of fact, I was explaining it to a friend over the weekend who my wife's friend who showed up, and she was kind of wondering about this LP stuff. And I explained it to her using Pretty in Pink. That's right. The movie Pretty in Pink. But I give some clips here. I play it, and I just watched it again myself, and I think it's outstanding, the connections that I made at the time and what the actual struggle is with the LP and why there's a problem there. You've heard all the reasons before, but I think above anybody else, could take this in. So we're going to do a reset. We're going to talk about Reno. It's going to be on Adam Nutter's show. I might do some more stuff in it, but I interviewed Reed and Toad. So it was a great interview. I had a great time. I met so many wonderful people, and I'm going to let you just watch this video and be in it, and then I'm going to do a show myself. So until then,
let's dig right into it. So I love to see movies and kind of equate them. Now I'm a bit older than maybe a lot of you, but I think we can equate some of these things that are happening and put them in the concept of a movie, perhaps, and it helps us understand things a little bit. Look, for instance, Clint Russell of Liberty Lockdown and Reed Coverdale of Naturalist Capitalists, they've been out cruising the country. Everyone's wondering what's going on. What movie is that? Obviously, everyone goes right to Brokeback Mountain. Is it? I don't know. Maybe it's more Thelma and Louise, maybe Benny and June, maybe Thelma and Louise is the one with the car wreck. So, you have some context there. And those guys, maybe that's what they're doing traveling the country. What's the important part of these people? I call them maybe the cool kids, right? So we've got this faction going on in the Libertarian Party. And I started to think about it when, so there's a lot of infighting. There's weird dynamics. I don't always know. There's a different vibe altogether that you're getting from some of this. And, they have the takeover language of the Mises Caucus. And then there's Dave Smith is, really causing trouble. I mean, the last two parties, chairmen, you had Sarwak, he's been nulled and left out. Then Joe Bishop Henchman, he's left as well. There's a Libertarian faction and all the friction, and they're just hard to handle. I mean, the soy boy vibes that you're getting from them on a daily basis is rough to watch. If you actually saw their Fakertarian or Losertarian episode with Nick Ashley and Joshua Smith on there, that was rough, rough going with those guys. But I loved Nick and Josh going on there and kind of having a big conversation that. So what's the real deal? Well, is this all about power? You think, it's all about power, but I don't think it's all about power. Matter of fact, recently watched this documentary. It's called Psych. It's an engrossing story about a psychic detective and his chocolate sidekick. They give some revelation to me, so I think we'll play a little snippet of that and see what you guys think as well.
Looking for info on our beloved couple. Anything that might say future killers. What does that word even mean anyway? Greatness. It's like they purposely set you up for failure. I mean, what have I done in my life that anyone would say was great?
Dude, the perfect cocoa roundness of your head alone makes you great.
That's easy for you to say, Sean. No one had any expectations you would amount to greatness. Gus, don't be an incorrigible Eskimo pie with a caramel ribbon. It doesn't matter what these people think of you, but, and I put this out there as a challenge to you, you really want to show them you've lived up to your potential? Help me solve this case, please. Come on, how many of our classmates are out there solving a murder tonight? Huh? A handful? Maybe? You could be one of them. Ducky. What? Dude, we've been looking in the wrong John Hughes movie. This isn't Breakfast Club, or Curly Sue, or Mr. Mom, and it certainly isn't Flubber. Why are you hating on Flubber? I would never hate on Flubber. I'm not following. What do all the best John Hughes movies have in common? A love triangle. There's always a Ducky. Do you recognize that guy? Vaguely. I don't know his name, though. Check the grad pics. He didn't show up. 17 no-shows, he's one of them. The question is, which one? Ducky, where are you? Is this the same guy? Good work, Gus. This is good. I think I just figured something out. I gotta make a quick stop. Are we back in business, partner? Milo and Otis. I get to be Otis? That's a given.
Wow. So thank you for sticking around with that. So what's the point of this? Well, you've got a love triangle in the LP party. So I'm suddenly going, oh, John Hughes. That's right. John Hughes is going to solve this problem for us. So we've got an issue here. And I just as Psych finally figured out there with a murdering of someone here, you've got a love triangle. And that's what we have here in the Libertarian Party. But which John Hughes film it is, I think it is Pretty in Pink. So let's assign the players here. Well, you've got Pretty in Pink, you have Molly Ringwald. She is the Libertarian Party, okay? She's Andy Walsh in the movie, and for just our purposes, we'll just call her Molly, okay? She's the redhead. She's kind of a poor family. She's got this best friend, Ducky, okay? Ducky, John Cryer, but, you know, come on, we'll just call him Ducky. He's always Ducky to us. Ducky is the establishment, okay? This is the Sarwalks. It's the Losertarians. It's Reed Coverdale. No, Reed Coverdale, I've got notes here. Reed Coverdale supposedly has had sex with Clint, so we are removing him from this group. I'm sorry. You guys are wonderful online, so I just like to poke on you as well. So Reed's not part of that, but you've got all this establishment. Anyone that's kind of not in the Mises Caucus or that's really pulling some of the Reason Gang even, right? They're all the Duckies, okay? So we'll have them. Then there's Blaine. That's Andrew McCarthy, and Blaine is clearly Dave Smith, okay? He's good looking. He has money. He's the coolest kid on the block. He's hung. I mean, he hangs with who you would want to hang with. So it's definitely Blaine, Dave Smith, and Dave Smith's friends are probably who we're going to talk about here as well. So here's the scenario. Ducky, that's the establishment. I mean, the Losertarians and all the establishment there. They've been by Molly's side for a long time. They've been in the LP party, okay? Since she was young and before she even started dating, Ducky was there. Ducky was safe. Molly's dad, he wouldn't think twice if he walked into the room and saw his daughter changing her clothes with Ducky there, okay? He's not going to ever do it. He's not going to bang your daughter, all right? Not because he wouldn't want to, but because she wouldn't want to, okay? But Blaine is good looking. He's popular. He drives a nice car. He knows what Molly wants, and Molly wants him, okay? And Ducky really can't be happy for the success that Molly will have by dating this guy. Why? Because he's a bitch nerd and his attention needs to be filled by her. Now, look, if he were to glom on and maybe be friends with his friends and Blaine's, he'd be able to go right in and have some success and probably have a good life. But no, he's not going to have that. He hasn't accomplished anything on his own, nothing. And so when Andy, the LP, starts being interested in Blaine, Dave Smith, well, Ducky is threatened to abandon this relationship altogether. And I think we have the clip here. Remember who the parties are and remember what they're saying in this.
Ducky, I'm really sorry.
What is this, you're gonna go out with this guy? I mean, is this, like a date or?
Yeah. I mean, you like him. He's not like the other guys. Seriously.
No, what? Man, you really pissed me off, because they shit all over everybody, including you. I can't believe you'd be this stupid.
You're shitting on me. I'm not gonna let anybody shit on me.
He's gonna use your ass and throw you away. God, I would have died for you.
So what am I supposed to to do. He asked me out, and I like him. If I hate him because he's got money, just listen to me. If I hate him because he's got money, that's the exact same thing as them hating us because we don't. Do you understand?
You can't do this and respect yourself. You can't.
Well, I'll make that decision, all right?
Sure, you can do what you want.
You know you're talking like that just because I'm going out with Blaine.
Blaine? His name is Blaine? Oh, that's a major appliance. That's not a name.
Just because I'm going out with Blaine doesn't mean I can't be friends with you. I mean, it doesn't change the way I feel about you.
Oh, that's very nice. I'm glad. Here's the point, Annie. I'm not particularly concerned with whether or not you like me. Because I live to like you, and I can't like you anymore. So when you get your heart splattered all over hell and you're feeling really low and dirty, don't look to me to help pump you back up, because maybe for the first time in your life I won't be there.
Can't believe you're actually saying this.
Well, I guess that's just tough shit.
And out walks Joe Bishop Henchman and Nick Strawbach. There they go. Hey, you can't be with me. So what's interesting too, if you look up and this Pretty in Pink, by the way, it's fabulous soundtrack, by the way. If you look up and about the ending, it was supposed to, this is the alternative ending, the one that we all know if you've ever watched the movie, which basically is Blaine and Molly Ringwald. They get together at the end and they at the dance, and it's all good and fine. But the first ending was going to be that she gets together with John Cryer, with the Ducky, and the audience, when they did testing on it, they booed it. This is horrible, and I could see why. And by the way, what was interesting is John Cryer's comments were like, "Hey, this is kind of weird because it doesn't make sense. Do you think this is the Cinderella story? She gets to end up with the guy, the other one, but in the end, she actually ends up. The Cinderella story would be she ends up with the guy she wants, not the underdog story. What's funny is she had made a comment that it was based on her best friend who was gay. Okay, so we've got a good connection there with some of this, and who had an extremely non-romantic relationship with. John Cryer said he was shocked at this, but we all see how this is going to play out, right? The girl wants to be with the popular guy, and that's just the way it is. So what do we have here? Well, we have Blaine's friends. Those are the cool kids. They're the ones who want to hang out in school. You wanted to hang out with them in the school on the weekends. They're friends of Dave. They're the Mises Caucus. They're Heist. They're Angela McArdle. They're the Tower Power people. And because Blaine is fun and happy and cool to be with, that's where everyone wants to be. Look, when you're kinged by Blaine and you're with the in crowd, the followers line up pretty quickly. You don't have to hang or follow with those losers over there.
Libertarian Podcast Review. Thank you, everybody, for tuning in. I hope you got some good insight as to that. Take care. Bye.
Okay, I'm leaving now. Bye, guys.
But she's back.
And now.
Chick-fil-A is completely overrated. It's not that good. I prefer Zaxby's. I prefer Popeyes.
Takes a tough man to make a tender forecast, Nick. And I guess that's me. Keep fucking that chicken.
Should I vote for Dick Cheney on the Libertarian Party? Do I have an obligation to vote for Dick Cheney?
I would say so.
Yes.
Did it work for those people?
No, it never does. I mean, these people somehow delude themselves into thinking it might, but it might work for us.
That one dude was like, not a podcast, I can't find it anywhere, and they don't have video.
Oh, yeah, Peter Janke, yeah.
Yeah, I blocked him.
I'll do it. If he unblocks me, I'll...
He'll buy your shirt if you unblock him, Bert.
He's a wigger.
Yeah, nothing cooler than a 49-year-old wigger.
I
just started live streaming. Cut me some slack. I'm pretty high tech for a boomer. But anyways,
boomer.